grab a chair. You're going to need to stand up to begin with, though. You can't sit all the time. You need to stand up. Okay, I'm coming back on the screen now. Hello. All right. Welcome, everyone. Ageless Balance. This is Ron. We are going to start out with warming up. So let's take it easy here in the warm up. We'll start out with this upper body, lower body warm ups. Then we'll go into weights. The weights you can do standing or seated. These are going to be mostly upper body for the most part. So the seated exercises or the standing. Up to you on what you want to do. All right, first thing we're going to do is little squats, little tiny squats. I'm going to grab onto the back of my chair so I can do a little squat. Shoulder blades are back, bring it down. Feet on the outsides of the chair, so we're at the edges of the chair. So you're a little wider than a narrow stance, but you're not all the way out wide like a hip hinge. And just down, butt back. Hold on to the back of the chair. It's a chair. Keep the shoulder blades back. Push up as you come back up again. So again, coming down, push off the back of that chair, get the butt out, using that chair to hold the shoulder blades back, keeping the chest up as you come down. Knees are forward, but not past the toes. As you come up, you're rolling that hip underneath and driving right straight up. Feel the quadriceps get involved when you do that. We're going to do reverse lunges. Step it back and up, back and up. Nice and easy. Get a feel for this weight shift back and coming back to the middle. You're between the legs as you push off on that back foot. You're bringing yourself up over that stationary leg and down. Back and up, back. All right, grab onto the chair. We're going to go down into just a little bit of a lunge here, a little deeper. So knee stays over on the front leg. Knee stays over the ankle on the front leg. Back foot, get that heel down on the floor. Feel the stretch through the hamstring or through the calf muscles. This isn't going well. We'll get the words right eventually. Get that heel down. You'll feel the stretch in the back of the lower leg. Kind of hold in there for a second. If you want to feel it a little more, you can do more of a hip hinge coming forward, but hang on to the chair and then push up. Let's go to the other side. Same thing. Get that foot back. Foot closest to the chair is in. And we're going to take back foot, heel on the floor, and just lean into that front leg by bringing the torso over the thigh. Bring it down. Feel the stretch in the back of the lower leg. Hold on in there for a while. Just let it stretch out a little bit. And push back up. Again, arms in circles. We're going to do what these are called arm circles, where the arms go in circles. Palms up, palms down. Go as big as is right for you. Go as slow as you want. The slower you go, the more you're going to feel the stretch. Maybe you'll be able to get out just a little bit bigger with it if you try to go and take your time controlling that movement. We're going to go forward. We did back. We are doing forth now. Back and forth. Back and forth. Palms up, palms down. Shoulder blades back, chest is out. Up and back down one more time. Roll it, bring it up, and back down again. Elbows out to the side. Going to bring them together right in front. Elbows tight. We're going to bring those shoulders, or keep the shoulders, upper arms parallel to the floor, and bring the elbows back again. Opening up the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Again, up, forward, as close as you can get them. They don't have to touch. And back again. Bring the arms down. Bring the arms down. Forward lunges. Out. And push back. Take it easy here. Just take it easy. Calm down. Back. Step out. Back leg does the work. Pick that front foot up and swing it back in again as you balance on that single leg. Out and in. Out. And then grab onto your chair again. We're going to go into a forward lunge, taking it out front, back foot, heels off the floor, coming right down between the two legs. So knee is over the ankle on the front foot, knee pointed right out front. And then coming down between, bending that back leg, rolling the hip underneath. Just stay in there, feel the stretch in that back leg going through the the front of it, the thigh and the hip flexor. Oh, goodness. And back up again. All right, one more time. Take it down. Roll the hip a little bit. Bringing that heel up. Feel the stretch through the front of the hip on that back leg. And other side, same thing. Stepping it back. I did it backwards. Here we go. All right, so knees over the ankle. Your back is straight, and you're coming right down the middle. Get a stretch in the back of that, or in the front of that back leg. Roll, bring the heel up as you raise up, and back down again. One more time up. And step it back. While we're here, hold on to your chair. Right here, hands on the back of the chair. Heels up. Balls of the feet on the floor, inside to out. You want full surface contact on the ball of that foot with the floor. And back down. Bring it up. Get as high as you can with that. Remember, knees are bent. You're staying in neutral position. Knees are bent, shoulder blades are back, ears over the shoulders, and you're coming right up underneath. Don't let the knees lock out. It happens on this exercise. Until I learned not to, I did it all the time. I always had my knees back, locked out. So hard on that joint. And bring it back down. Again, toes up, front of the foot. So not just the toes, but the whole foot. So you're on that heel only. Get the heel or the toes up as high as you can get them, and then drop them back down. Again, stay right up on top. Don't let the butt push out. Keep the neutral position as you bring the toes up. Feel the muscles working in the front of the lower legs, the shin muscles. Shin muscles. Up and back down one more time. Bring it up. Feet stay parallel. Butt does not go out. So don't let the knees collapse as you're doing this. Everything stays in alignment all the way down. And bring it back down again. Shake that out. What are we doing next? We are doing this. Arms out to the sides. Shoulder blades are back. Feet are about shoulder width apart. You're going to take and just rotate the shoulders to begin with. So not letting the hip turn. We're not turning the whole body to look at the side. You're looking right straight out front. Shoulders rotate. The shoulder girdle stays in a straight line as you move from one side to the other. To the other. Right there. And bring it back to center. We're going to take left arm, bring it across body, keep that right arm right out to the side, reach across, feel the stretch through the upper back, through the shoulder, and open it up. Other side, same thing. Bring it around. Tap, or get as close as you can, and bring it back, and bring arms down. Legs wide, just a couple more left. That's all we got. Then we get a break. Butt out, hands on the thighs, palms of the hands on the thigh. We're going to start out with just doing a nice, easy hip hinge. So coming down, let yourself relax right here. Push the butt out. Feel the stretch coming up the back of the legs, going into the butt. Roll the hips and come on up. Roll the shoulder blades back. Let's do that again. Butt out just a little bit farther. See if you can get your hands out front this time. So bringing them out, you're going to feel a whole lot more stretch going on the minute you bring the arms out. Roll the shoulder blades back. You're not going to feel the stretch. If you roll down into this, keep that neutral position in the upper half of the body. Roll the hips, bring the arms up overhead. One more time. Feet out. Butt right straight back, shoulders square to the floor. Keep looking right out in front of you to keep those shoulder blades back. Feel the stretch through the legs, through the glutes. Roll the hips, bring it back up overhead, and arms down. We're going to step out to the side. Arms up over the top. Step jacks nice and slow. And back in again. Single leg, find your balance. Other side. Out. Up and over. Back in. Foot down. Foot loose. And bring it in. I broke into song just for a second. Up and over. But you will never see me break into dance because I don't know how to do break dancing. I just made that up. And in. One more time. Over to the outside. And bring it back in. Grab your chair, grab your weights, grab your water. let's go ahead and sit down and do some strengthening. Let us get strong. For the weekend, we will get all built up and bulky so we can beat all our friends at arm wrestling and racing and basketball and things like that. Fun summer sports. Excuse me. All right. First thing we're going to do is grab a weight. One weight. One weight. You can do these. You can do these standing or seated. First one we're going to do is a hip hinge. So if you're standing, you're going to do a hip hinge, just like a butt out back, feet forward. If you're seated, you're going to do a hip hinge. Same thing, except you're going to come right down the middle. You're going to feel stretch on the inner thighs as you do this. At the bottom, it's a curl, grabbing onto that single weight, bringing it up to the shoulders, right there, and then up over the top. Back down. Keep those elbows in as you do this. Feel the work being done in the chest and the shoulders by keeping the elbows in. Weight comes down, and then it's a hip hinge down. So be very careful on this one. It's really easy with the weight away from the body to roll into that. Keep the shoulder blades back. Bring it down, and then come down in a straight line, hinging at the hip. Spine stays straight. Up to the shoulders. Hold right there. And push up. Elbows in. Back down. And hip hinge. Arms down. Hold there for just a count. And again, push through the heels of the feet. Make sure that you're using those to help you maintain your posture. Up over the top. Bring it back down. Hold and hip hinge. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to do it one more time. Up. Seated to upright and to a shoulder press. Over the top. Don't lock the elbows out on the way up. Don't lock any joint out. And curl it. And back down. Again. Grab onto that second weight. If you're standing, this is just upper body. You can just stand and do it. Shoulder blades back, chest is out. Make sure you're in that neutral position. Weight from the ball of the foot to the heels. So first thing, get yourself in neutral position. Always be conscious of that. Knees, toes, hips, all pointed forward. Shoulders are square to the front. You're looking out in front of you, not down at the floor. You're not stretching the upper back. You're keeping yourself upright, keeping the throat open, keeping that air passage all the way into the lungs open. We're going to take two weights, or one if you want, and we're going to bring the weights up front, one at a time, alternating, one up, one down. Using left and right, opposite like this, works the brain just a little bit better, a little more effectively, a little more intensely. And up. And up. Take your time. Little bend in the elbows. You can always go to single weight and do that forward raise. If your weights are too heavy and you're having problems getting them up with just one arm, the other thing you can do is bend the elbow and bring it up and up. The longer that arm is, the farther the weight is from the body, the more intense the exercise is. But you only do as much as is right for you. And what you're really watching for on this one is not letting yourself lean forward or the shoulder roll out. That pinches the front of that shoulder socket. You have 5 seconds left. Up. Up. One more time each side. Bring it up. Hold it. Back down. Other side. And down. Bent over rows. If you are standing, go into a stagger step. Knee over the heel of that front leg. Back foot behind you, feet parallel. We're going to take palms up and out, elbows together, elbows back, shoulder blades together, squeeze them tight, and then back out again. Keep the palms up and keep the weights up. If you let them sit like this, it is so much easier. Put them like this and then roll the hand so that the palm is facing up and feel how much more impact you have on the outsides of the arms and going up into the shoulder. It's a whole lot more muscle that's involved to keep that hand flat like that. If it doesn't work for you, if it hurts, don't do it. That's when you go to the neutral grip. That's when you have the palms facing in. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, chest is out and back. Keep those elbows low as you come back. So don't bring the elbows up and squeeze the shoulders toward the ears or around the neck. This is all shoulder blades. Squeeze it together and out. Back, squeezing. So this underhand grip is really good for getting a major portion of those muscles through the shoulder blades. There's a lot of different muscle going on between the shoulder blades because the shoulder blades take up half your back. So there are a lot of different muscles that work back there. This does a nice job of getting most of them all in one shot, but that's why we do the palms in different directions, whether they be palms in, palms down. All of it works those muscles back there just a little bit differently, strengthening up those posture muscles. 7 seconds left. Out and in, squeeze the shoulder blades together, back out. Let's do that one more time. Bring it back and relax. We're going to do curls. Just take a second here. We've been going at a pretty good clip. Just take a second here. So what we're going to do here is it's going to be a bicep curl, but we're going to rotate it. So you come up, palms facing, going to the outside, and here you'll feel the shoulders working, the upper back. As you bring the palms up, roll the weights to the outside as much as you can, and then back, down again, like that. We got 10 seconds. You got time. You can practice it a couple times. Palms in, shoulder blades back, up, roll at the top, hands out to the outside and back down. We're doing it. We're on the clock. It's official now. Bring it up and out. Squeeze the shoulder blades and back down. Up. Take your time. Keep the shoulder blades back. Keep the chest out. If that rotation is giving you any problems with the shoulders at all, keep the palms facing each other in that neutral position. That is the less stress, the least stress you're going to have on that joint. Or you just get rid of the weights too. And that is not a bad idea. If you're having any problems with those shoulders, drop the weights and just do this motion, squeezing the muscles tight, make fists in the hands, feel the muscles working all the way up the arm, from the fingers up into the shoulders. You can do that without weights and back down. We're going to do this one more time. Down, bring it up, and back down again. Side raises. So we did the front of the arms. We did the upper back. We are now going to do, not the triceps. Let's try this again. We are going to work the muscle on the outside of the shoulder. We did the front. Now we're doing the side. Roll the shoulder blades back. Little bend in the elbow. And when I say little bend, whatever is right for you with the weight that you have. We're going to bring them up at the sides. Hold it. And back down. A couple ways you can modify this. More bend in the elbow, getting the weight closer to the body. Up and back down. The other thing you can do is get rid of the weights, of course. That's another option. Up and back down. Or you can do one arm at a time. Up, giving that other arm a chance to relax just a little bit. Don't let the arm hang. If you're going to alternate, don't let it just hang at the side doing nothing. Keep it up just a little bit so that you can feel those muscles working around the shoulder socket. Up. 15 seconds left. So lots of options, lots of alternatives. Do the one that's right for you. And back down. Make sure you keep those shoulder blades back so you're not pinching the front of that shoulder. Up and back down again. All right. Now, back of the upper arm, the triceps muscles. If you're standing, I recommend going into a stagger step, knee over the ankle on the front leg, foot back, and then bent over that thigh on the front leg. We can do that from seated too. Let's do that. Let's do that. We got the back foot under the chair. We got the front foot out in front because it's front foot. And then elbows back, extend at the elbows. Don't lock out. Keep the back straight. And hardest part of this is not just letting yourself drop down. Keep those shoulder blades back. Chest is out. Take it out. Drop just a little bit down. Back out. And in. Out. Squeeze those muscles. Feel those muscles working in the back of the upper arms. And up. Don't put the weight in the heels. On those front feet. On the feet. My goodness. On the feet, make sure the weight is in the ball of the foot to the heel. Toes are for balance, not for weight bearing. Back down, take it out. Hold, squeeze those muscles nice and tight. We got the biceps. We work those hard. We have to work the triceps, the opposite muscle from the biceps. They have to be even and balanced. Makes your movement so much better. Out and back in. Whew. Drop the weights. We're done with those. We're gonna get up. For anybody who's sitting down, stop sitting. We're gonna go ahead and stand up, and then we're gonna drink water because we're thirsty. We are thirsty. You are thirsty. You are very, very thirsty. Wish I had one of them pendulums or one of those spinny things, hypnotize you. You are getting very thirsty. All right, you don't need weights for this part. We're just going to use a chair. A chair. Foot, feet next to the chair. You're on the outside because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be kicking up and bringing it back down again. Arm, leg. Foot closest to the chair is the one that comes up. Sorry, I missed that on the first time. Up, arm across, and bring it back. So we do toy soldiers. Toy soldiers are not, that's where you go across on each one. They're hard. They a lot of challenge to them, a lot of balance. We spend a lot of time in wobbling around. If you're comfortable with them, that's great. Otherwise, one hand on the chair, one arm out to the side. Foot comes up in front, roll the shoulder, reach. When you're reaching, it is not rolling the back and twisting at the same time. It is rotating that shoulder, keeping the back straight, and up again. So it is a movement through the middle of the back, to the thoracic spine, where you rotate. You're ready. Up and down. Kick up, bring that arm around, hold for a count, and back. How high you bring that leg does not matter. What is important is that you're getting it up, standing on that single leg, rotating the shoulders, around, and back down. Up, 5 seconds left on this side. Then we go to the other side, up and around. Bring it back. You're there. I'm moving over to the other side of the chair. Leg closest to the chair is the one that lifts. Opposite shoulder comes around, reach, and back again. Up and out. And back again. It's not, you don't have to touch the toe. No, don't do that. Down and back. Although if you can, I'd like to see it, but up. That is not what we're shooting for here. Make sure that stationary leg has a little bend in the knee. And back down. Around, reach, whoa, and back. I whoa'd. 4 seconds. One more time. Up and back down. Over to the other side we go. So I really want to focus on the movement itself. Instead of, can I balance on that single leg while I've got 3 limbs moving? Instead, hang on to the chair. Outside leg. Got all sorts of balance here, surface contact. One arm up, knee comes up, reach across, squeeze, and back up again, not turning the hips. So concentrating on bringing that foot up, rolling within the hip socket, getting those muscles to stretch out just a little bit, getting rid of the tightness that happens in those joints. And out, in, roll that foot out, bring the knee in is all you got to do. No matter where it's at, you may be down here, but the important part is bringing that heel out to the side and then lifting just a little bit without the heel or hips coming with it. Up one more time, down and up. Other side, Batman. Here we go. Arm up and across. Bring it together. Arm out, leg out. Bring it back. And out. And squeeze the core. Tighten up. Right here, as you bring that leg up and across, you're going to feel the muscles working in the front of the hip, lower abs. Squeeze it and back out. 10 seconds. Out and in, nice and tight. Take it out. Bring it in, squeeze it together. Again, knee and elbow, they can be exclusive. They do not have to touch. They don't have to be together. Out, one more time. Bring it up. Hold it. Come back down. back to the other side. So this is cardio, by the way. Did I mention we would be doing some cardio? I don't think I did. It's because none of you would have showed up if I had said that. All right. This time, outside leg is the one that's going to do the work. Leg closest to the chair. You've got a little bend in the knee, and the knee is over the ankle. What we're going to do is take that foot back, raise it up, high knee, and then back out again. You can do whatever you want with the arm. Bring it up. I was thinking of doing something with it. Nah. I want you to work on just this piece. We do this step back, reverse lunge to a high knee all the time. But again, it's balancing on that single leg that gets really hard. So I want you to use the chair for balance. We're going to bring that leg up, pushing through the front leg, driving through that stance leg, knee up, and then back out again. And try to see if you can, using that chair, if you can take that leg and move it back. This is a gait pattern. As much as it looks like a crazy aerobics exercise, it is a gait pattern. This is just part of walking. You're just exaggerating the movement. Up, using that front leg to balance you, and back down. Couple more. Up, push it up, step it back. Last one. We're going to the other side. Step to high knee. If you want, here's what I was going to do is knee down to elbow as it comes up and stretching out. Up to you. Thing is that's important here is that on the stationary leg, you've got a bend in the knee. Weight is from the ball of the foot to the heel, does not go into the toes. You bring that knee up as high as you can, and then taking it back, use this hip to step back, hamstrings, glutes, bringing that leg back, and now using all the muscles in the front of the leg to lift it up. Back out. These can be super small moves. Whatever is right for you, just stepping back and bring it up. But hinge on that front leg, whatever you're doing. Don't just step back and bring the knee up. It is out and up. Step back and bring it up. Two more and drive through the heel of that front foot. Last one down and up. Grab onto the back of the chair. We are going to do a stretch for all those muscles we just worked. Stepping back away from the chair, step away from the chair. Shoulder blades are back, hip hinge, little bend in the knees. Great stretch through the lower back, glutes, and hamstrings. I even feel it into my calf muscles. And step up. Again, doesn't matter how deep you get. It's called a tabletop, but there's desks that have a flat surface. It's just at an angle. So all you're doing is coming down as far as you need to feel the stretch coming up that back chain. Push the butt out. Hold in there. I'm feeling the stretch in the lower back. Actually, from the lower back all the way down to the heels. And step back up into the chair. And we're going to sit back down because we got more strength exercises to do. Oh, don't worry. We won't run out of exercises to do. I got plenty. Plenty. And if we run out on this sheet, I've got over 200 more sheets, so we're good. We should do that sometime. We should go through every exercise program I've written all at once and just a marathon. We just go and go and go. All right, first one. I'm not sure what it is, but we're going to do it. Hold on. Found it. We're good. Set one way down. I have plenty of exercises to do. I just can't find the right ones. Arm out front, palm in, narrow row. Key here, coming forward if you need to. What you don't want to have happen are the shoulders roll forward. Really common when you do this when the arm goes forward. Hand on the thighs, keeping the shoulders square. Think of the shoulders and the arm being parallel. Arm goes out, arm comes in, roll that shoulder blade back. The other thing you want to make sure you don't do, and this hand is good for, is don't let yourself twist and roll to the side. That's going to hurt the lower back. So we're not working these obliques here on the side. We're working the shoulders. We're working the posture muscles. Up, shoulder back, and out again. Don't let the weight just drop to the side and pull it up. I want you to bring it in. Weight's parallel to the body. Squeeze and back out so that arm's perpendicular and coming right straight back, elbow back as far as you can get it. A little bit of a rotation through it. You want to feel the muscles working between the shoulder blade and the spine on that side. And out. Back. Shoulder blades are back. Roll it. And out. In. Squeeze it tight. Take your time with this. You don't have to go fast. There's no need to go fast. There's really every need to watch your posture. So many different things could go wrong with this one if you don't really focus on the posture. Let's go to the other side. If you're standing, split stance. Switch sides so you can switch the leg out front. And arm out. Shoulder blades back, chest is out. So this one, I really encourage you, because we want to work those muscles back there, to put the hand there. If you can do it without and just keep the shoulders square, you're going to be using more of these core muscles. Perfect. But the first thing that you have to take into consideration is, are you twisting or are you bending? So let's go. Squeeze it. And back out. Shoulder blades back. Back is straight. Really important. Mirrors are fantastic for exercising in front of, to make sure that you've got the right posture, because, and I know this for a fact, and I've been told, when you picture it in your head, you are perfect, but you see yourself in a mirror and it's not quite so perfect. Out and in. By watching these videos afterwards, I pick up so many things I do wrong. Up, shoulder blades back, and out. And I do this so many times in a week, and I still have to really concentrate all the time. That means one of two things: that we need to concentrate, fight gravity, or that I'm just really slow on the uptake. And back. Don't need any comments on that. Thank you, though, if you were thinking of sharing. Next, what are we doing next? We are doing something hard. Forward lunge, punch, 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 punch. Arm out, leg out. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Stay on one side. If you are standing, this is a forward lunge. Out, split, and bring it in. Out and in. The lunge is just a luxury. You don't have to do that if you're standing. You can do just this. We're working here: shoulder strength, grip strength, forearm strength, chest muscles, and up. Front of the shoulder holds that arm up. Grip strength holds the weight in the hand so it doesn't fall on your toes. Out. Chest muscles contract to bring that arm out and back in. Out and in. Only go out as far as is right for you. Do not let yourself roll into that punch. Ups, leg out, and back in, out, and in. This makes it even harder because you don't want to twist. That leg on the floor is much better if you're having any problems with this at all. Change arms. We went 3 seconds long. Ooh, we're going to start in 5 seconds. So, all kinds of things on this one. You don't want the torso to twist. You don't want the shoulders to roll forward. Out. We're ready to start. And back in. Straight out. Arm only goes out as far as your shoulder can handle. And back. And if your shoulder can't handle the weight, get rid of it and just punch. Tighten up those muscles and bring it back in. Squeeze the fist. Feel the forearm tighten up. Out. Tighten up through the shoulder all the way through the upper arm. The biceps. There's only two. Biceps. Out and in. If the foot out causes you to lean forward, keep the feet on the floor. Use it for stability. And out 5 seconds. And back. Wait if you got it. In. Out. Back in. And down. All right. What is next? What is next, you ask? Here we go. High pull. So weight on one side. I really want you to concentrate on the movement here. So we're working on just this shoulder, these muscles right across the top of the shoulder from the neck into the shoulder. We're going to bring the weight up, roll it, back down, and then let it drop. So we start out with elbow out, weight into the shoulder, rotate the shoulder, elbow stays at 90, back down, and then let it drop down. So feel the shoulder working as you lift, as the elbow goes out. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together as you bring that elbow back right at the base of the neck. Then we do this rotation. Again, hitting the shoulder blades, hitting the shoulder, that muscle in the back of the shoulder socket, and nice and slow, controlling it back down without letting yourself lean into it. And don't lock the elbow at the bottom. Up, elbow out. Only come up as high as is right for you. Back and down. You can do this exercise with any amount of raise in it. And then roll back. You're not going to be rolling back very far. You're just going to bring it back. Don't try to get the arm all the way up and get yourself all out of alignment. It's up and out. Raise the arm, rotating in the shoulder socket and back down. We're going to go to the other side. And we are going to do the same thing on the other side. Find your posture first. Ears over shoulders, over hips. Chest is out, shoulder blades are back. You don't want to pinch the front of the shoulder. Here we go. Up in an upright row, external rotation, bringing that hand up. Back down, stopping when the palm is parallel with the floor, and then let it drop back down again without letting yourself lean to that side, using the core. Up, back, down, and drop. Bring it up, elbow back, arm back, down, and down. Few more. Up. Actually, we have 10 seconds left, so we'll get in one more after this one. Down. And last one. Up. External rotation. Palm facing forward. Palm facing the floor. Let it drop down. One left. One exercise left before we go to standing again. Arm up right here. Single arm, single weight. We're going to do a shoulder press, but not just any shoulder press. We're going to take it and rotate the shoulders as we turn, as we put that arm up and then bring it back in again. Be very careful on this one, really careful. Don't let the hips rotate as you bring. So the chest should not be changing directions with the hips, except in a rotation to the side without the hips moving. Out and back in. So you're turning upper body, shoulder socket or shoulder girdle up and back down again, only going as high as is right for you. I really want you to work on getting the shoulders to come around. And if it means not using the weight, then get rid of the weight. And the other thing is, as you come up, it is just over the ear of that opposite side. You don't have to go way out. I did a couple times. That was no good. So ready? Up and back in. Rotate, push through, and bring it back down. Working the obliques. This time we are focused on those obliques. Out and the shoulder and back in. 5 seconds. Hold. Bring it back. One more. Shoulders are back. Turn and bring it back down. Shake it out. We're going to go to the other side. 15 seconds here. Remember, you want to keep that spine in neutral position. You only want to rotate it to the side. You don't want to bend and turn. Bend me, shape me. All right. Hand next to the head. Out. Rotate the shoulders and bring it back. Again, you want to keep the weight over the head no farther than that opposite ear so that you don't lean with the weight. You've got that up over the shoulder. You go out to the side. It's going to take you with it. You don't want to go. You don't want to go. And back in. If it's driving a white van, don't get in. Up and back down. Rotate. Push up and back down. We got one more. We got. We're going to do one more now. Up, rotate, and bring it back down. Set that down. We're done with those. Grab a drink of water. You are very thirsty. You are getting very thirsty. It's another T-shirt. I mean, I could have so many T-shirts. You are getting very thirsty with a little pendulum on it, or one of those circly things that makes you. They don't do hypnotism anymore. Remember that used to be a big thing on all the shows. I don't see that anymore. All right, and then there was Uri Geller who could bend spoons. He came back like right before he died and said, "Nope, I didn't really do that. That was just a joke. It was a trick." All right, shoulders back, little rolls here. Backwards and forward. So we have the upper body that we used a lot here for strength, so we're going to stretch it out. Muscles are nice and warmed up. Coming down in between, hands between the thighs, shoulder blades back, chest is out. You don't have to go down very far. This isn't like touch the floor. You're just getting down. You're keeping that back straight, coming down as far as you can because you're going to rotate, which means the spine has to be straight. So you're doing a hip hinge, bringing that arm up, muscles working in the upper back, stretching through the chest, through the up front of the shoulder and the arm, and bring it back down. Other side, up, arm around, turn the torso, keep the sits bones flat on the chair. That arm's not going to come up very high. You're not going to get much out of it. All you're looking for is that stretch right through the front and all the way down the arm and bring it back in. Fingers intertwined, palms away, and push right down into the floor. Keeping the shoulder blades back as you do this. And then keeping the shoulder blades back and down, just bring the feet together a little bit, and we're going to bring the arms out in front. We did a whole lot of upper back exercises. Every exercise really uses those muscles in the upper back to maintain posture. Roll the shoulders forward, bringing the chin to the chest. So you want to feel a stretch right through the shoulder blades, from the middle of the back to the top of the shoulder blades. And then bring it back in, arms up overhead. So we got lots of range of motion through that shoulder. With the palms, fingers intertwined, palms away. When you do that rotation, you're getting all kinds of stretch through the shoulders, lots of range of motion. Come down on the side, ear is up on the inside of that upper arm. And again, weight does not shift off of that hip bone or that sits bone on the far side. Weight stays pretty much evenly distributed. You're going to feel a little more extra weight on the side you're going down on, but that other one should not come up at all off the chair. You want to concentrate on a stretch coming from the hips up through the rib cage, through the arm. Think about that, and then just kind of think about, yep, that sits bone's right on the chair, and bring it back up. Grab onto the chair, back of the chair, seat of the chair, whatever you got. Whatever's comfortable for you, that you can bring those shoulder blades back, opening up the chest, the front of the shoulders. Deep breath in through the nose. Roll the shoulder blades back a little more as you push the stomach out. And then exhale, bringing the hands forward, rolling the shoulders toward the floor, creating that big old bowl right here, Grand Canyon right there in front. Deep breath in, feel the extra stretch to the upper back. When you feel the lungs, exhale, grabbing onto the back of the chair one more time. Shoulder blades are back. Deep breath in through the nose, pushing the stomach out, and exhale. All the air out of the lungs. Which means you really take those core muscles and squeeze them hard, like that. And just breathe in through the nose, bringing the arms down on the side. Shake that out. Arms up overhead, shoulder blades back. Little bend in the elbows, bring them up to the top. Right here. Deep breath in through the nose. Stomach out. I love that feeling. And exhale as you bring the arms down. A little bit of a hip hinge here. A little lean, actually. Bend the back, laying on top of the thighs. Arms up, shoulder blades back. Use that to help get you up over the top, bring you upright. Deep breath in through the nose, stomach out, and exhale. Bring the arms down, roll the shoulders around, and you are ready to go with an action-packed, fun, vital weekend. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it, and I will see you all on Monday. Thanks, guys, for being here.